All right, guys, we got some new developments in Snaggletooth. So we discontinued our current Holdout 3 ring, and the reason we discontinued it is because we thought we could design a better one. So originally I designed it straight, and this would aid in deploying your knife and deploying the blade with a Snaggletooth. But the problem is your hand is in an awkward position here, or your pinky is. It should be more here. So ergonomically, it's not really the best. So unfortunately, it took us a little time, but we finally developed a new one, and I will show it to you. And I have them in stock, and they will be on the website. So we just gave it an offset angle similar to all our other rings. So let's do a quick install and show you how it works. So they have these steel inserts. One of them is threaded, the other two are through holes, and those through holes will go and thread into the backspacer. So make sure that you know where to put this when you do a reassembly, so you're not fighting yourself. What I did was I took a little bit of super glue and I glued it in, and this way it's always in place. I always start with the pivot side first. You could tell by the flat on the pivot hole that this is the pivot side. So it just makes it easier. And most of the cold steel knives have a little pin here, usually it's a 1/16. That'll position it somewhat, so you at least know that you're starting at the right screws. So always during assembly of any of the rings, do not tighten all the way down. Just start the threads. So just start the screws. They could be a little bit tight because of the anodizing, which these appear to be a little snug. So never over tighten. So this is still a little bit loose, so that gives you the opportunity to start all the screws first. This way you don't strip any of the screws. Okay, so next is I put the pivot in. Then you put your washers in. Okay. Now you can put your the pins that go in the scales. So one is a stop pin and one holds your lock bar in place. Nope, I'm going in the wrong hole. Oh. So you have 3 pins in the front here. All right, and your lock bar goes right there. And you could already start your spring. This will make things a little bit easier. So you have a little bit of tension. Push back, put your blade on, and you could lock it for now, just like that. So take your other scale, the other half, line it up. You want to make sure everything closes, everything's closed nicely. You could just start the pivot screw, and you could just leave it just like that. Just put a little bit of tension so the washers don't come apart or anything doesn't disassemble on you. Start your other screws. Again, do not tighten them. All right, so all 4 screws are started. Then you could go ahead and slowly bring them home. And you don't have to make a lot of force. Once it stops, you could just stop right there. You don't have to go that extra mile. hits home, done. Done. And done. So now you could tighten this and then loosen for your desired tension. Well, okay. Now you can put your pocket clip on to whatever side you prefer. So the longer screws, it's going to be hard to see here, but the longer screws are going to go where there is no threads on that insert, and the shorter screw goes where there is thread. Okay, so all three are in, then you can begin to tighten them. And again, you don't need to over tighten. The ring is aluminum, the original backspace is aluminum, so you don't want to strip any screws, any threads out. That's it. That is the newly redesigned hold-out 3 ring. Let's go see how it works now. So what I like about this knife, it's nice and compact. I could actually fit it in my coin pocket in my jeans, which is great. I don't like this tight pocket clip, and this ring helps overcome that. So you just grab it, and that's it. And as you can see, your hand is a much more natural position. It also adds about 1 inch in length, which the ladies will like, but it adds 1 inch in length, and it makes it's much more comfortable now, and it's easy to deploy. As you could see, if I could do this one-handed. So that's it. That's a newly redesigned Holdout 3 from Snaggletooth Tactical Ring. Thanks for watching, guys.